Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Happy Thursday. I want to welcome you to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. I urge you to follow me on social media at Prime Real Estate Rick. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, once again at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate here in the great city of Houston or anywhere in the great state of Texas, I urge you to stop by our website at brooksanddavis.com. As always, if you're looking for the latest and greatest in men's and women's hats and or fedoras, you can stop by shopelitestyle.com. And I would like to introduce to our audience the brand new primerealestatepodcast.com, where you can catch up with all of our archive episodes, keep in touch with us. You can register and enroll in our newsletter and keep up with everything that's Prime Real Estate Network. As always, my co-host is an entrepreneur, Texas real estate broker, a multi-time author, and is known the worldwide as the Texas Real Estate King. I would like to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience my co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks.
Appreciate that, Rick. And you know what? That introduction never gets old, man.
Hey, man.
Every time I hear it, it excites me. Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be back in front of everyone today. You know, of course, we had an opportunity to hang out at homecoming. For those of you that don't know, I'm an alumni of the great Stephen F. Austin State University. And, man, I participated in my very first parade. And it was crazy because the only parade I've ever been to was the Astros parade a few years ago. So it was my first time seeing a parade. And then being able to participate in one was real dope with some of the LBs, frat brothers, some more alumni from Stephen F. Austin. So it was really just a great experience, man.
I'm glad that we all had the opportunity to go out and see some teammates, friends, people we used to hang out with in the dorm, man. It's always great to see those faces.
No doubt about it.
Take you back to a time where you're a bit more carefree.
Yeah.
Didn't have as much responsibility, man.
It's nothing like that feeling, man. I think that's what homecoming gives you too, right? It gives you that carefree, nonchalant, just like let me just breathe out.
I mean, it's crazy because it gives you a chance to reflect on a simpler time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you wish you could bottle how you felt at that time, but you always got to move forward.
No doubt about it.
And I want to congratulate everyone that is graduated from Stephen F. Austin, because there are a lot of successful alumni. They're doing great things, and we had a chance to reconnect. So
yes, indeed.
Great luck to everyone. Oh, Larry, I want to make sure I give a couple birthday shout-outs.
Okay.
Today, being October 31st, I want to give a great big shout-out to Miss Naomi Wesson. She's up in Dallas. I want to wish her a happy birthday. She tunes into the Prime Real Estate Network every Thursday. I'm sure she's checking us out right now, so birthday shout-out. I love you. Happy birthday to you. Have the time of your life and get it how you live. And I also want to give a birthday shout-out to my cousin up in Ohio, Marcus, brother. What's up, brother? Halloween birthday boy.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, I'm saying happy birthday to you, brother, man. Anytime, man. Love you, your daughter, your family, brother. Look forward to talking to you soon.
I appreciate the kinfolk, man. You know, the thing is they always take an opportunity to share the episodes and spread the word about the Prime Real Estate Network. So continue to do that, and we appreciate it. We appreciate the love all the time.
Now, the cool thing is today's episode, we have this is his second opportunity to sit in with us. I mean, if you guys remember from first season, he was a great guest. He enlightened us a lot as far as aspects of the real estate industry, how you can get involved. But the reason he's here today, and the title for this episode, is the New Realtor Rally. Larry, Mr. Brooks, and I have done some networking. We've gone out and we've stopped at real estate schools like Champions. Mm-hmm. And there are quite a few new agents that have been recently licensed that are studying to take their exam. And today's episode is geared towards them. So if we know any new recently licensed agents, those that are currently in real estate school, or those that are aspiring to enroll in the near future, let's give them a call. Let's text talk, share this episode with them, because our guest today is going to give boundless information as how they could go about not only becoming a licensed realtor, but how to go about choosing their brokerage home and how they can start their career off on a positive foot.
That's right.
So without any further delay, I would like to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience the CEO and co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, Mr. Michael G. Davis.
Man, thank you, Rick. I think my introduction was about as good as Larry's. I appreciate that, brother.
Oh, no, brother. You know, it's good to always have you sitting in with us. I mean, it's been a while. Of course, Larry and myself get a chance to interact with you on a regular basis.
Right.
But those who tune into the show, they'll be like, oh, my goodness, we haven't seen him since last year.
That's right.
So if you wouldn't mind, can you give everybody a quick synopsis of what's been going on with Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm since the last time you sat in with us, Mike?
Absolutely. So we're working very diligently on growth. We want to help as many people as possible understand the many dynamics of this business. So we've refined what we offer. We're really focusing now on the fact that we offer one-on-one real estate and business coaching. When you look at the landscape of real estate brokerage firms, there are many things that brokerage firms offer. Some offer technology, some, boast resources, some boast fancy offices. But we don't really care about all of that. We care about putting people in a position to where they can make money, right? And what we found is that hand-holding, that guidance, that's what people need. People need somebody that's already walked this journey, walked this path, and can hold their hand and show them these are the exact steps that you need to be taking. That puts people in a better situation, better than a pretty office. Not saying that we ain't got a nice office.
No doubt.
Right?
We going through our sexy remodeling process.
Right. Better than, technology or apps or websites. You can have all of that. But if you don't know how to use it, which is what most people's issue is, you need somebody that's going to show you the ropes. And that's what we do at Brooks and Davis. And that's what that's what we're holding our hat on as we move towards recruiting. We have a goal of getting to 101 agents by February. And look, you guys that are looking at this episode, if you reach out to us, you sit down with us, you may be one of that one-on-one that we add on to the team.
And I want to ask you this, Mr. Brooks, because I know you've been really visible in and around Champions Real Estate School at the different campuses. From your standpoint as a leader at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, why is it that you feel it's so important to have a high visibility at those campuses?
Well, Rick, not only that, so I'll also plug, when people are getting into the real estate industry, you really have no idea what it is that you're walking into, regardless of who may come in and speak, the people that you may come in contact with, and they tell you about the apps or how, just the different secrets that go behind it. But the one thing that everyone can agree on is that mentorship and coaching is number one in any industry that you're in, right? I don't care if you're an auto mechanic. At the end of the day, you need mentorship and coaching if you want to skip levels of making mistakes. And one of the things that I remember when me and Mike used to sit down with people together, one of the things we used to always say is that there's one or two ways to learn this business. Either you're going to learn it through long-term trial and error, or you're going to learn it through having a mentorship and a coach that's going to allow you to skip some of the mistakes or skip some of the silly marketing ideas that never work for them to get you to your goal. So, being in front of the Champion School students or even the HCC students, because we mentor at both those campuses as well. And so what it allows us to do is be visible, because we need you to know that there's bigger than the commercial brands that you continue to see out there, right? We need you to understand that there is a brand that's out there that's doing big business, that's giving you the things that you need and that you need to progress, and that we're not in a situation where we're trying to charge your and a leg and not give you your value back. So that's the most important thing about being visible and being in these campuses, because again, people for some reason only believe in what they can see.
Right.
So.
Yep. And I'm going to add to that, because Larry mentioned ACC, he mentioned Champions, but we also mentor with San Jacinto as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So we we look for opportunities to where we can get in front of individuals that have a desire to get into real estate, and we want to give them that practical side, because they're not seeing that. Right? They're looking at HGTV, they're looking at $1 Million Listing, they're looking at the Hollywood portrayal of the real estate industry, but they don't know what a realtor does every day.
That's right.
All right. So we've created things, and I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about that, our affiliate program, a little later, but we've designed programs that give people exposure to the everyday life of what you're going to be doing once you get licensed.
Yeah. And not only just your full-time realtor, but our plan is modeled to where even if you're starting this business off part-time, we can show you how to get to this business in a manner of being full-time and taking it on as a full, that time freedom that you desire as a career too.
And this is going to sound kind of weird because I had a recent grad reach out to me recently. And one of the things that she was expressing is that she didn't really even know how to go about finding a brokerage home. It's kind of like once you're licensed, you're like, congratulations, you now have a Texas real estate license. Now go and conduct business and be a professional and make sure you are scrupulous and go by the rules and regulations. But for those recent grads and those that have just recently been licensed, what would your advice be as far as starting off, as far as doing their due diligence and having an idea of who they want to present themselves to professionally?
I mean, that's a tough question, Rick, because I actually did an interview with a young lady. She wanted to talk about, she had just recently passed her exam, and she wanted to talk to somebody about, sponsoring her, a broker, and she wanted to do it that day. So I don't know if she did it. But when you're first getting in this business, and this is what I was telling her, she don't even know what questions to ask me.
Exactly.
Right? She don't even know who to believe, right? Because she don't know me, she don't know these other brokers that she interviewing, so how she know if we telling her the truth, right? And that's how most people are when they get in this business. So to be honest, my advice would really be for them to try to find somebody that they vet and they size up and they say, you know what, they not going to steer me in the wrong direction, right? I can believe what they tell me. Somebody that they trust, that they know have done this business, and rely on that person to really give them advice towards it, because they walk into it. If they walk into this business and they don't know nobody in this business, then it's going to be hard for them, and more than likely they are going to have to learn it by trial and error, because unless they just say, you know what, I'm going to go all in with this person, I trust them, I believe in them, and then they just take that person's advice and let that person guide them.
Yeah. And to add to that, one of the extra steps that I always try to tell, like when we're sitting at these booths and talking to them, the thing is that you can camouflage stuff to a certain degree, but if this brokerage firm or one of the brokerage firms that you're interested in is hosting events, show up to that event. Speak to some of the agents, because one thing it is that if an agent is unsatisfied, it's very difficult for them to to cover that up, and so they'll express to you some of the things that they think that the brokerage firm could be better at, right? And so it may be some things that concern you, it may be things that don't really matter to you, because you're not in a you're not competing with them, or you're not at a financial place where you can that matters to you. So I say you go and you visit the things that the brokerage firm, some events they may have going on, or even try to find a way to if there's a person of interest, or the person that you meet at the booth, start following them on social media, see how they move, see if there's a comfortability there. Like, if you're a fun person, you may want a broker that sometimes lay their hat down, or you may be a serious person at all times, and you want a broker that fully wears a full, a three-piece suit every day, right? So you'll get a chance to kind of see some of their interactions just through their everyday life through their way too.
One of the things that I've noticed is that when those students and new licensees, when they first are starting to vet and think about who they would prefer to meet with and initially interview, sometimes if they don't have anyone, like you were speaking towards earlier, Michael, that they know, they tend to just default to the largest brand.
Right.
They're like, well, I've seen commercials for this. I've seen their signs in people's yards.
Right.
In your experience, what have you found to be some of the downsides of taking that particular approach, as opposed to actually getting in the nitty gritty and doing some due diligence?
Well, like I said, when they first get into it, they don't know what to ask. They don't know what to look for. So they may hear something that says training. Right. So obviously, if anybody's getting into something new, then to be trained on it is important to them. But they don't understand that training is relative. That's a relative word. So training to you is different from training to this other person, which is different from training to that person. So the kind of training that individual may need personally for them to be successful may not be the type of training that company offers. So a lot of times they'll default to these larger firms, because all of the larger firms say training. We train. We offer training. We offer training classes. We offer this and that. So they go to those brands, but what happens is that they get into them and they realize, oh, it's a class, and they're not really like, I'm getting a bunch of information, but I still don't know what to do with it, right? Yeah, you're giving me these tools, but I still don't know how to personally apply them to my situation.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they realize that, so then they go from there to look for someone, well, who can give me that one-on-one, or who can, who I need somebody to hold my hand, or I need, they don't call it coaching, but what they're really asking for is, I need somebody to coach me or mentor me.
They don't call it coaching because they don't know that that's what
Right.
it is, right? So,
Right.
yeah. And it's crazy because when I get a chance to speak at the schools, one of the things that I'm always saying is the huge difference is you can sit in the classroom, everyone offers some type of training, and you can sit there. But the one thing about training is it's up to you to apply. If you're not applying it, then that's on you. But when it comes to coaching, it's more accountability. When you agree, Mike, like at the end of the day, your coach not going to allow you to go to the next step, regardless if it's like set up your website. And it take you years to set up your website. Your coach is not gonna go to the next step with you until you do those fundamental things that's gonna allow you to get to success quicker. So
Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest difference when it comes to train versus coaching. I'm gonna help you. We're gonna win together. I'm gonna make sure that this systematically works for you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, you mentioned earlier, Michael, that as an organization, Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm has a goal to add a certain number of new agents
101.
to get to 101. So when we come back from our break, I wouldn't mind if would you please elaborate on what events you have planned to, and what type of recruiting events, and how you want to go about attracting the best and the brightest.
Absolutely.
So I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
This is Rick Davis, Realtor and host of the Prime Real Estate Network. Are you currently leasing or looking to relocate to the Houston area, and you find yourself falling in love with the home but aren't quite in a position to purchase? Well, no worries. We offer the Right to Purchase program. We can place you in the home of your dreams at current market rental rates and give you up to 3 years to buy. Did you know that a majority of the homes that are for sale offer better quality than those that are for rent? So why wait? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Let me and my team help you purchase a home that you and your family can fall in love with. Give me a call today at 832-928-3963. And remember to follow the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed.
Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate, stop by brooksanddavis.com. And to keep up with our past episodes of the Prime Real Estate Network, you can go to our new website at primerealestatepodcast.com. As always, my co-host, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. And sitting in the guest chair with us this week is the co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, Mr. Michael G. Davis. Thanks for sitting in with us this week, Mike.
My pleasure, brother.
Before our break, we were talking about Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm's goal to add 100 to get their total agent roster up to 101.
Absolutely.
So if you wouldn't mind elaborating for our audience, can you talk about what you have planned to recruit these new agents and what type of events are coming up on the horizon at Brooks and Davis?
Absolutely. So look, the biggest thing that we're doing is that we're our current roster of 33 agents is to make them love Brooks and Davis so much that they go tell everybody. So we've been really focused on our making sure our value proposition puts our current agents in a position to where they're so in love with us that they can't help but tell other people. Now, we have been strategic in some of the other events and areas that we're going to be doing. Like this Tuesday, we're having what's called a showcase. So we've taken one of our listings that's in an area. We're really looking and going after agents that are, say, within a 3 to 10 mile radius of our office. So we've highlighted one of our listings that's within 3 miles of our office at 3849 Rosedale. I know they've been showing my name, and there's a link under my name. So if anybody is interested in attending that showcase, then they can click on that link and they can RSVP. I'm going to be there next Tuesday at 3:30 at 2 different times. I'm going to be there at 3:30. I'm going to be there at 6:30 for an hour. And what I'm going to be doing is, obviously, I'm going to be highlighting our property for sale. But what I'm really going to be doing is introducing our one-on-one coaching, real estate and business coaching. So if agents want to stop by and they want to get a taste of what that looks like, they want to see how that engagement looks, because it's one thing to say, yeah, we coach, but I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to be doing and how it can actually impact you. So that's next Tuesday. Like I said, 2 times. I ain't going to be there all day. Right? I don't do 4 or 5 hour open house, all that. Nah, I'm going to be there for an hour. If you interested, you coming in, you come see me, and then I'm exposed if you're interested in coaching. We're also doing our takeover. We call them Brooks and Davis takeovers. So we're doing a takeover where we come together as an organization. I call it spending people time together. Right? It's one thing for me to give you information and knowledge and all of that, but look, let's just hang out. Some of my best coaching sessions are when we just hanging. Right, so we're gonna do our takeover tomorrow at Lupe Tortilla, right there off of 59. People are invited to come by, come check out Brooks and Davis in a relaxed environment. I'll be there. Our agents will be there. So it's another opportunity for people to see a different side or another side of the business and kind of follow the advice that Mr. Brooks gave, which was go talk to the Brooks and Davis agents. Talk to the agents that are part of the brokerage firm, and they're gonna let you know, if what we say is true and what we offer is the real, or if we just smoke and mirrors.
One of the most impressive things that you do for your agents is your Create Your New Life program.
Absolutely.
So it's something that I think is really unique to Brooks and Davis, and I think is very beneficial for those agents that work in your organization. Can you talk a little bit about the Create Your New Life program? What motivated you to start it, and what are some of the benefits it provides for your agents?
Absolutely. So what Rick is referring to is our weekly business meeting. It's our weekly business meeting and coaching session. So again, we're all about coaching. So even at the end of our weekly meetings, there's opportunities for one-on-one coaching. The reason I created it, Rick, was because I felt like, we have these larger firms that we're competing with, Keller Williams, RE/MAX, other firms. But the one thing that no other firm will ever, ever, ever have that Brooks and Davis has is Michael G. Davis. Right. So if I could get my agents to be able to engage and impact with me more, right, and tap into my knowledge base more, then that was a value add for them. So that prompted me to create the Create Your New Life, to where, and it wasn't a situation where they had to come into the office every week. So it is web based. They can log on, they can engage, they can talk. We use this web-based platform that brings everybody in. But the great thing, Rick, is that we record the sessions. So if you're interested in checking out the Create Your New Lives, and we talk business, but there's a level of training that takes place with the Create Your New Lives as well. Like this session that we're in right now, we're actually seeing a shift in the real estate market. So I'm digging in for the next 10 sessions of what to do and how to succeed in a shifting real estate market. Again, additional training for the agents. But we do upload our Create Your New Life to our YouTube page. So I highly encourage people to go to YouTube, type in Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, and subscribe to our page. So they get a lot of the content that our agents get as well, right. And they can truly see the level of information that we divvy out. And again, it'll give them a feel of who we are as an organization.
No, I mean, because of course I am a frequent visitor to your Create Your New Life page, and I also, of course, subscribe to the Brooks and Davis page on YouTube. One of the episodes on the Brooks and Davis YouTube page that I think would be beneficial for those that are newly licensed and those tenured agents is your video about how successful agents make it through tough times.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times, especially with new agents, their main question is, how do I survive those troughs? Mm-hmm. Everyone knows how to survive the peaks in the business, but when those cycles turn, what is it that you found when you're mentoring new agents that you always have to impress upon them about how to survive those tough times, especially in the real estate business?
Absolutely. So the biggest challenge when talking to new agents is getting them to be patient with the process, right? Most of the time when they get into this business, what they thought is not what it actually is. So that's the first challenge that we got to get past is, all right, I know you had preconceived notions of what you thought this was, and then now you just got punched in the face with reality, all right? Be patient with it though, right? It ain't just you. Everybody goes through this process. I went through it. Mr. Brooks went through it. We all went through it, right? When we had to get that reality check. Be patient with that process, right? Understand that real estate is like being a farmer. It's like planting a harvest, right? The reality is that if you're hungry right now, then you can't say, well, look, I'm gonna deal with my hunger by planting a garden. Like you ain't about to eat anytime soon. So all of those dynamics go into play when you're saying, okay, well, I'm getting into real estate because I'm finna get this right now money. Nah, the money ain't finna be right now. Right? But there are certain activities that you have to do right now, and you have to trust that those activities are going to give you that result you're looking for, but it's going to happen over time. So that's the biggest disconnect when talking to new agents.
Now, this is something, and I don't want to catch you off guard with this question, but I think it's really important that we get this out here publicly. A lot of times when new agents sign up with a brokerage home, actually sitting down with the broker is not as easy as you would think when you first decide to become a part of an organization. Now, I know how hands-on you are. I know your open door policy. But what I've also come to understand over time and experience is that it's not always that way.
Right.
So can you just talk to our audience a little bit about how surprised a lot of your new agents are when it comes to your actual hands-on in the business, and how they can actually engage with you on a daily basis if necessary?
Absolutely. Well, here's the funny thing, Rick, is that the new agents are not surprised because they assume that's how all brokers are.
Makes
right?
sense, totally.
Right.
Absolutely.
So when I tell a new agent that, they're like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I would expect that.
I understand that totally.
It's these agents that's been with other brokerage firms.
That are tenured, right.
That are blown away by the fact, like, so you mean I could just call you and you answer your phone? Like, yeah, like call the number and answer it. Like you mean at any point I can just schedule a coaching session with you and you sit down with me face to face for 30 minutes, or we do an online coaching session strategy meeting? You mean that just like today that you actually called me and asked me what I'm doing?
That's right.
You asked me personally, hey, are you gonna come to the takeover tomorrow?
That's right.
Like you mean you do that? Right. So the ones that are blown away are the ones that have been with other brokerage firms and don't realize it. And for me, like I said, we all know that this business is challenging. It's extremely challenging. Right. So you can appreciate somebody caring, right? Somebody nurturing you, somebody saying, hey, look, man, you ain't in this by yourself, right? You got any issues, you got any problems, right? We're here to help you through that. Not me just sitting back in my chair and waiting for so-and-so to call me. I'm like, look, man, I see the checks that come through the office, right? I ain't seen none with your name on it. Right? What's going on?
That's right.
What can we help you with? What can we coach you through? What strategies can we come up with to help build your business?
It's a big deal.
Right. Now, and I don't want to make you feel like you're in a position where you have to toot your own horn, but I want it to be crystal clear to anyone who has the opportunity to hear this episode or view this episode of the podcast is that every brokerage is going to preach education.
Absolutely.
And mentorship. And some will even promise access. But you actually deliver that access. And I've been there when people are surprised that they can actually, you're actually in the office every day for an actual amount of time. And I know Larry gets the same thing when he's doing his marketing activities.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, no, you're actually like the guy.
Touchable.
Yeah.
Right, because, a lot of other brokerages will send an office manager or an agent in their stead. But I know that I take it as a personal value that I'm able to get FaceTime with you when necessary, Larry as well. And I know for a fact that any new agent, especially if they haven't had the opposite as far as working in another office where that's not the case, I know that they'll truly appreciate that because it helps them get off on a solid footing.
Absolutely.
As far as starting their real estate business.
Absolutely. Because, again, they come in not knowing what to do.
Exactly.
Right? So when they come in with us, I know you don't know what to do, so I'm going to show you what to do. All you need to do is listen to what I'm about to tell you. That's all you need to do. This is what I was going to say, Rick. So, a lot of times it's about putting your money where your mouth is. So, Larry and I, we're talking this coaching thing, right? We're creating this vehicle where we're going to do coaching. Well, I'm so serious about it, Rick, is that every month I cut a check because somebody's coaching me. right? There's a high-powered coaching organization that I'm a part of, and I have my own personal business coach that's coaching me to become a better coach. And the reason I signed up for it was because I felt like I owed it to my agents to be my best when it came to coaching. And I don't know how many people can say that.
You go above and beyond from that standpoint. I think that any new agent would be doing themselves a disservice if they didn't at least schedule some time to sit down with you before they made their decision. We know exactly what you have going on. I want to thank you for sitting in with us this week.
My pleasure, man.
You're a very busy guy, especially on Thursdays. So thank you for carving out a little bit of time.
Yeah. Can I do one quick plug?
Please, sir.
One thing we didn't talk about was our affiliate program. We're talking a lot about new agents. I would highly encourage them to set an appointment with me so I can talk to them about our affiliate program, which what it does is it gives individuals access before they're licensed. It gives them access to where they can sign on with our company, become affiliated, and we offer them exposure to the everyday life of what a realtor is going to be doing. So because in their real estate classes, they're getting taught the theory, they're getting taught the law, but they're not getting taught the practical side of what they're going to be doing every day. So our affiliate program exposes them to that, as well as it connects them to leaders that's going to coach them to passing their exam. So they'll get inspired, they'll get supported to help them get over that hump of actually passing the exam. So for people to go and schedule an appointment with me, it's real simple. They go to a link. It's bit.ly/BDREF appointment. I'm going to say it again. It's bit.ly/BDREF appointment. They click on that link, and then they can schedule a 30-minute block with me, either online or come into the office face to face.
I urge everyone to do so. Take advantage of the opportunity. He is an endless well of knowledge, information, and expertise. I want to thank once again Mr. Michael G. Davis for sitting in with us. Mr. Brooks, anything you want to shout out to the crowd, to the audience before we sign off?
The biggest thing that I want to point out is we have all the things that's coming up here in the next week or so, and then next weekend we're going to be hosting a vision board breakfast. And so, usually in October is when you should be knocking out what your vision for your 2020 should look like. But those of you that have not done it yet, we want to personally invite you out to our vision board breakfast. We'll provide breakfast. We'll provide the things that you need for the vision board event. And it's going to be, if you don't mind, here's what we'll do. Text me, because there's going to be a special gift for those of you that text me, and I'll RSVP you versus you going to, you can go actually see the flyer, the date and everything at larrywbrooks.com. If you go to that, it'll be lined up with the rest of the events that we have going on. But most importantly, if you text 281-924-4954, I'll give you a secret code that'll allow you to be a part of the event. That shows me that you've been actively participating in the Prime Real Estate Network and watching us and sharing our videos. So if you text me 281-924-4954, I'll give you a secret code to that event. And again, it's for your 2020 vision. You should have that in order, but if you don't, come on out, have some breakfast with me and some friends, and you'll get that in place.
And that is going to be our next week Brooks and Davis takeover. So
right.
You'll also be able to come see a lot of the agents and get some exposure to the organization as well. That's going to be our next week takeover. We're going to take that over.
Hey, man, everybody take advantage. When other companies are kind of ramping down at the end of the year, as you can see at Brooks and Davis, we starting to turn all the way up. So on behalf of myself, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, and Mr. Michael G. Davis of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week to the Prime Real Estate Network, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Be blessed.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC is marketing a property for sale right now that you can buy. These properties range from land lots for under $20,000 to move-in ready homes $500,000 and more, along with everything in between. To see this week's list of properties for sale you can buy now, go to bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. That's bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. If you plan on selling some real estate and you need it on the weekly list, call 713-665-8329 to speak with someone about it.